So, last tribal, Josh made this move of telling everybody about his idol, which made that other side flip. And that was exactly what Josh wanted to happen. I thought it was too much of a risk, even for someone like me, but it worked out in the end. I did my job, which is something I'm really good at, and that is getting people to work with me, or manipulating them to work with me. Now, I haven't been doing it as well as I hoped to do this season, but I managed to get it done last tribal, and I got Jessica to flip to take out David. Why we voted for David? Well, because in the moment, Josh said he was a player who had rebuilt a lot from season 1, and that would get him good jury rep. So, I mean, I don't really mind who went home as long as it wasn't me, and as long as I had something to do with it. Well, thanks for sticking with us, Jessica. No problem. So we're 4-4 at the moment, so we are tied going into next tribal, but who are we looking to target? Well, personally, I think if he doesn't win immunity again, then Rob has to go because he's just a big threat. Last tribal, I voted out David, which means I'm the last remaining person from season 1 here, which is pretty cool in my opinion. I'll take that any day of the week. Bragging rights is what I should say. I did it because, well, I took into consideration what Georgia said, and I thought, yeah, she is right. David would have good jury rep. It's time to make a big move happen. I mean, I'm not going to get anything done if I just sit in my hands with an alliance I was in for a while, and it was just time to make a move. Look, we're going to need to flip somebody, but if we don't flip anybody, at least we have the ability to tie the vote. Yeah, then we can send it down to rocks if that side doesn't flip if someone doesn't flip in the revote. Me and my idol, I feel like, tore this game wide apart in terms of the direction of this season so far. We're at Final 8 now. I still have my idol, which admittedly people know about, but who gives a crap? I have it in my possession. I plan to play aggressively now. We're at Final 8 now. There's no time to slow down. If you slow down now, you can kiss the $1 million goodbye, because you're probably going to go to Final 3, and then no one's going to vote for you. And I will have little sympathy for you. It is time to start playing this game. And with this idol in my possession, and with 3 allies who are hopefully going to work with me till the end, who knows what can happen. There's always the possibility of always me jumping ship if I get too suspicious of them, because they might get worried about my threat level rising. Hey Rob. Oh hey Nick. Can we talk? Sure. So, I'm just going to clear the air. Jessica is wanting to target you, so if you don't win immunity, the votes will probably be split 4-4, but they are going on you. So I'm telling you tonight that you might want to win today's challenge. Alright. I will try and maybe direct it before the challenge, but I'm warning you, I will drop out to help you win, and then our 4 votes will go on somebody else. Alright, cool. Nick's a guy I can trust, and this pack, every day that goes by, the better it makes me feel that I agreed to it. He's warning me that I need to win today's challenge. Now he'll drop out, and I'm a bit worried about maybe how Jessica might go in today's challenge. She might beat me. However, it could also be a brain challenge, which I might not fare very well in. I might not do very well in that challenge, which worries me. But I know I've now been warned that I'm being targeted, so if it comes down to it, I'm going to try and win today's challenge. I mean, it's been like that for the last few days, but that's what this pack's all about. Me and Nick are going to try and protect each other, because we're both physical threats. Eventually, we might need to get rid of that pact, because going into Final 4 or Final 3 and needing to win an immunity challenge, me and him aren't going to be like, oh, I'll just let you win it, so one of us gets to the end. That's just not how this game works. But for now, it seems to be going along quite well. Well, that sucked. well, this is the worst feeling at the moment. I mean, last tribal I felt confident and Jessica flipped on us. David was a huge part of my game because he was a very close ally of mine, but I've still got Lexi, and she knows about my idol. My plan isn't to take out Jessica, which most people would because she betrayed the Alliance. However, Jessica has worked with us in the past, so there's potentially that there is a connection still there. So we can exploit that. Meanwhile, those other three have shown no signs of working with me, and they're just dodging votes at the moment. So if I've got my idol as well, if we get the idol play right, if we get tribal council right tonight and we vote one of those three out, that the three being Georgia, Nick or Josh, then they will be sent out back to back to back because they're not my alliance, and if you're not on my alliance, you're on the wrong side. So what do we do? Well, I know we should be tempted to take out Jessica, but I have a feeling that she will potentially have a higher chance of flipping back to us because she has worked with us in the past. And that makes sense. So we're targeting one of the other three? Yes. But who? Well, I think Georgia and Josh have a high chance of losing the immunity challenge, where Nick probably has the best chance of battling his way through by winning immunity challenges. So do we take him out? I mean, he remains a big threat to us because he can keep immunity away from this alliance. I mean, that is true. Tonight, I think it would be smart to take out Nick. He's a big threat, and physically he's a big threat, and he has a high chance of battling his way to the end with these immunity challenge streak. Also, I think it just makes the most sense because Georgia and Josh, well, I feel like they're not as physical. And we get to that point where, yeah, you can take out strategic threats, but if the strategic threats aren't threats to win an immunity challenge, then you can keep them around until you want to target them later. So tonight, I think the best choice is to take out Nick. Also guys, there's one more thing. I do have an idol which could help us if Jessica doesn't flip tonight. Really? Oh, cool man. Well done. Thank you. Jim having the idol is great. I wish I had it because idols are cool. But no, I don't really care. It's in the Alliance. There is a high chance that there is another one out there. Well, there is a chance because I know there's another one out there. Josh has one. Whether I don't know what's going on because I think what Josh must have found it during the merge. I know he found one at his original camp. I know Jessica has one because she told me. So there are 3 idols in the game at the moment, and one has been played during the pre-merge. So does that mean there were 2 idols at the merge camp? That's a big suck for me because that means there was a double chance for me to find one. Look, I'm gonna presume that you know how to use idols. Oh, absolutely. But this is gonna be difficult. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I know Josh has one. Presumably he's gonna play it for himself. So I presume it makes sense to flush his idol tonight. By making it seem like we're voting for him. So he plays his idol, which he doesn't, and then we take out Nick, which is the plan. Yes, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. However, I have a secret, but since he jumped ship, I feel like I can tell you now. What? Jessica has an idol. Madison just dropped a bombshell on me. There's no question about that. I mean, she is like the person I go to for strategic chat because although Lexi and Rob are social, they do come with a little bit of strategic gameplay. Madison is the main person you talk to because she was a member of the Brain. She has told me that Jessica has an idol. That worries me. That makes this whole situation worse. The one person who flipped the one person who is taking out big threats, and presumably I might be perceived as a big threat, I hope so, she is an idol. And that's horrible because that could be potentially used against me. So I'm very, very, very worried tonight that really complicates things. I mean, we can potentially flush Josh's idol because, like you said, yeah, Josh is probably going to play it for himself. So if we get him to play it when we're not voting for him, then we succeed there. We play our idol for whoever they vote for, and then the person we actually vote for goes home. But with Jessica and her idol, that will complicate things after that. Well, as long as it's in the back of our mind, we don't necessarily need to panic, because we'll come up with an idea. I don't like usually throwing people under the bus, but Jessica took out one of my allies. For reasons, I understand there were reasons, but there's also consequences. I did tell Jim because I don't think it makes a difference. You know, I have that knowledge, I can tell whoever I want, right? I don't necessarily trust Jessica anymore, so I don't need to keep it a secret anymore. Dude, I have some bad news. Yeah, what is it? Well, I originally thought my alliance might target someone like Josh or Georgia. They're voting for me. Yeah. So we're both on the chopping block tonight, and I don't know what to do. Well, dude, I had worried that this thing might happen, so it's just, we either try and clear our names, or for now, it's just going to be survival of the fittest. I mean, if one of us is going to have to win immunity, maybe both of us don't even win immunity, who knows, but with both of us on the chopping block, I can't step down for you, neither can I. So, yeah, survival of the fittest. I'm sorry, it's not your fault, but I'm saying that I don't want you to pressure you into flipping, so I'm just going to say that if it does come down to me, then stick with your alliance, because I don't want to damage your game. Well, double goes for you. If it does come down to me, just vote with your alliance, because I don't want to ruin your game. I had worried about a day where me and Rob will both be targeted, which would put to rest the pact I made with him. And today is that day. So we either try and clear each other's names, which is easier said than done, or we just go for survival of the fittest. I love the guy, but I can't ruin my game. I cannot step down for him, and he knows that. We're in an agreement together. We have to target each other, even with our pact, and that will hurt me, but that's just the way the game is at the moment. Hey dude. Oh hey Jim. What do you want? Well, you look down. I was just coming to talk to you. Sure. What's been on your mind? The vote. The vote coming up. Yes. I mean, I don't really want to take out Nick. I like the guy. I think I can trust him. I just feel like I don't really want to take out a person I would want to go deep in the game with. So you're saying you would want to go deep in the game with Nick? Yes. Look, I understand. Sometimes that happens. I don't think we should change the target. Now, I know that might sound a bit harsh, especially because you like him, but the reason is because you have 3 allies, me, Nixie, and Madison, who want to work with you. Nick has his allies. You two might like each other, but long-term game, to get to the end, you know, I just have a feeling that you're better off taking out Nick now. And understand that you want to get to the end of this game and enjoy yourself at the same time. Yes, that is correct. However, you still want to win the game. Yes. I think that taking out Nick, if it comes down to it, is the best move. We could always change the vote, but at the moment, Nick's the best name we've got. Well, I appreciate you coming to talk to me. I really like Jim because when he came up to me and he just listened. He asked what was wrong, and I said, I trust and I like Nick. And some people get worried by that because Nick is on the other side, and I am, you know, having a good time with the enemy at the moment, so it could be dangerous to some people. Jim didn't see it that way. He just listened and he said something to me. He said that Nick is the best move for the alliance, which I'm a part of, but we could potentially change the vote. I understand where Jim is coming from. He wants to win this game, and so do I. I want to win this game, but he knows that I want to win this game but also enjoy it at the same time. I don't want to take out Nick, but I feel like it's the best move going forward. But I appreciate Jim coming up and talking to me because, you know, he's just a good guy. He's a strategic guy, but he's not like Josh level strategic. He tries and plays a social game as well. Are you ready to get to your next immunity challenge? Yeah. Okay, for today's challenge, you're going to be given a series of questions based on the previous 6 seasons of the show. Then you'll be asked to pick either A or B. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong, you're out of the challenge. Last person standing wins immunity safe from the vote. Losers Tribal Council, where somebody will be the 11th person voted out of this game and the 4th member of the jury. Alright? I'll give you guys a moment to strategize, get your thoughts together, and we'll get started. Okay, for the record, you guys were given a handbook out before you arrived out here. Inside the handbook were some answers to these questions. You should have remembered those. So, the first question is, in Season 5, Heather was A, medically evacuated, or B, quit the game. Go to the one you think it is. Hey Josh, you were there. She was medically evacuated, right? Oh, yeah, sure. You say that, but then you chose she quit. What? Oh, no, I'm throwing this challenge. Yeah, I don't believe you. Alright, your loss. Everyone else also picked this. Looks like everyone's gonna lose. The correct answer was, she quit the game. Oh, what a surprise. Really, dude? On to the next question. Your next question is, in Season 6, in the last round before the merge, Ben played an idol. He discarded 5 votes, or B, 4 votes. Oh, come on, I wasn't at that tribal. You watched the season back, right? No. Go to the one you think it is. I really should have watched that season. He discarded 5 votes, meaning Nick, you're out of this challenge. In Season 3, Grace won the fan favorite vote. Which of these players did not receive a vote? A, Ken, or B, Owen? Go to the one you think it is. The correct answer was Owen. If I can remember correctly, it was Daryl, Grace, Ken, and Dan received votes. On to the next question. Your next question is, which of these players incorrectly played an idol? Is it A, Roger, or B, Rick? Go to the one you think it is. The correct answer is Roger. In Season 6, he played an idol incorrectly. Rick went home with an idol in his pocket. Oh, I remember that episode so much. Yeah, it was gutting to see him go like that. What do you mean? I respect that move. Of course you did. The next question is, which season had the final immunity challenge that required the survivors to run through an obstacle course while balancing a gem on a handle? Your options are A, Season 5, or B, Season 4. Go to the one you think it is. Your answer is Season 4, which means Lexi and Rob are out of this challenge. In Season 2, Will was the first person to ever be taken out due to medical reasons. He was the 6th person out or the 5th person out of that season. Go to the one you think it is. The correct answer is 5th. Oh, Jessica's the only person here to say if the 6th person voted out. The correct answer is 5th person. Remember, he fell off I know what happened. I just got confused. Your next question is, in Season 1, Episode 4, we witnessed the first ever tied vote. Who was the person voted out at the end of that tribal? Is it A, Greg, or B, Chad? Go to the one you think it is. The correct answer is B, Greg, which means Jim is out of this challenge. We are down to 3. Still remaining are Georgia, Madison, and Josh. Your next question is, in season 4, Mike won 6 out of the 7 votes, with Phoebe collecting 1 of them. Who voted for Phoebe? A, Carl, or B, Lucas? Go to the one you think it is. Ooh, another split. The correct answer was A, which means Madison wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Madison, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 7. As for the rest of you guys, Trouble Council tonight with somebody will be the 11th person voted out of this game and become the 4th member of the jury. It will not be you. Alright, grab your stuff back to camp. See you guys tonight. So I won the challenge, which is awesome. I don't think I won an immunity challenge in season 6. No, I definitely didn't, because it was either won by Nick all the time or occasionally won by Kelly, so not me. But I'm glad I did. Hopefully this gives me good jury rep, because the jury occasionally really respect immunity challenge wins, so I'm hoping to take this with me. Hey, congratulations. Hey, thank you. Yeah, well done. An immunity challenge win. I would love to know, can I just feel what it's like to have the necklace on? Are you gonna steal it? Yeah, you might want to go on and hold on to that. Madison winning immunity is great because Jessica wants to take out Rob, and I'm completely on board. I like Rob because, well, we haven't worked with each other this season very much, but you know, we worked with each other in season 2, so we have a connection. However, he's a big threat physically, and I think taking him out would be smart because he's a social threat as well. And look, it's just a vote out that isn't me, okay? I don't really care who it is. So, Rob hasn't won immunity. We target him. Yes, but we need to flip somebody. Look, I'll just go and talk to Madison. I had a connection with her at Shapira, so I might be able to rebuild that. And also, I was in their alliance for a while before I flipped, so she might not trust me, but I reckon I could get her to flip more than the other 3. So, I am sweating bullets right now because I don't have a necklace around me, and I know I'm being targeted. And also, somebody I have a pact with is also being targeted. If Rob goes tonight, which I hope he does, because if it is me and him on the chopping block, it's better him go than me, then I have nobody to share information with, because I don't have a connection with Jessica. Well, I don't have a big connection with Jessica at all. So, I'm very worried tonight, because this could be potentially just the complete destruction of my game. I mean, there's nothing else to it. It is relaxing not having to do anything. Getting Jessica to scramble for us. Yeah, it's nice. Aren't you worried that you could be targeted? I have my idol. What if you play it wrong? Gives a crap, I stay around for another day. It's the entire point of having an idol. You don't have to win immunity. What about you? You don't have anything. Yeah, I'm obviously worried. I'll get up and do something eventually. Just right now I'm going to relax, because being strategic all the time really takes a lot out of you. Am I worried about tonight's vote? I'm not confident. However, I'm definitely more confident than I've been for a while, because everybody who isn't immune tonight are huge shields for me. I mean, you got Josh, does have an idol, but I don't think he will use it. You've got Jessica, you've got Jim, you've got Rob, you've got Nick. These are big players, and I'm not even counting out Lexi as well. She can get some stuff done, and you know, I feel like taking out me would be smart, because I'm a big threat. At least I think I am. However, there are other big threats at target tonight, and well, with so many targets, you know, I feel a little bit more confident because I might not get voted for. Obviously, I need to clear my name eventually, but right now it's just time to sit back, relax, let Jessica do her thing. It's just nice to relax for a bit, especially after the last tribal, which I wasn't worried, but I definitely had a lot more work to do. Well, congratulations, Madison. We keep immunity within this group for another day. Yeah, so, what do we do? Well, the target, well, we don't know who the target is yet. We presume Nick, right? Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm a bit reluctant, but yeah, I'll do it. Our plan is to try and flush Josh's idol, and then play our idol for whoever they target for to take out Nick. Huh, smart. Yeah, good plan. But we need to know who they're targeting. Yes, that's going to be the difficult part. I mean, we can really make Josh paranoid. I mean, he's a hard man to crack, but I think with mostly smart people here, we could do that. And then we take out Nick. I mean, there's a chance that he doesn't even play his idol. Well, I feel a bit worried telling you this, but if it really helps, I know who they're targeting. Who? They're targeting me. How do you know that? Nick's told me. Tonight's tribal is... We've got a plan. It is a plan that it's going to be hard to enact because we need to get somebody to flush their idol for us to be able to play it successfully and not have 2 idols played and 2 people immune, because that will be confusing and I'm not sure what will happen there. I think there has been a season of, what was it, season 13 by Game Show Studios. In that 13th season they had something similar, and we're trying to avoid that because that was crazy and we don't want that. So tonight we need to try and flush Josh's idol, and if that means kind of revealing the fact that I might have a pact with Nick, then that's what I'm going to have to do, because these are my allies and I need to help them. So we play the idol for Rob. Yes. What is the point of flushing Josh's idol? Well, why not? I mean, the idol is dangerous and I think it's just important to get rid of it. Yeah. But you know, guys, that Jessica also has an idol, right? That's what I'm worried about. Like, if we get this move right and Nick goes out, we're still going to be 4-3 down. Well, we'll be 4-3 up, I should say. But Jessica could simply play her idol and then we'll be back to 3-3. Unless we can find another idol if it's re-hidden. So what do? I mean, do we just hope for the best? You can't really hope for the best in this game. We could try something very bold, very risky, and possibly never seen before in the history of Survivor. I mean, it probably has happened before, but in the history of this series, I should say. What's that? We attempt tonight to flush both idols. Well, Jim has really swung for the fences here. It's hard enough to flush one idol than it is to flush 2. Am I down for it? Well, yes, because it's just one of those things. Like, this is an all-star season. You're gonna need to make big flashy moves eventually. Tonight is one of those things. Jim has proposed it. He can't do it alone. I presume he might have a plan if he's brought it up. He's not gonna say, let's flush both idols. Well, how are you gonna do it, Jim? I don't know. He's not gonna say that. This is one of those things where it's risky, but if you pull it off, you're a genius. If you don't, you're a dud. And if we do it, well, it's just exciting. I'm getting shivers right now because I really want to do it, but I know how risky it is. Because I feel like we could try it, but it might be just best to keep things simple. You sure? Because that's awfully risky. I know it's risky, but we can't march forward with 2 idols that can potentially be played against us into this game. I mean, it's difficult. We need to at least flush 1, but trying to get flushing 2 would be just equally as smart. I'm just like worried, I know, because those are 2 of the smartest players in the game. Look, you can disagree with me all you want. I'm proposing it as an idea. I think it could be big if we could pull it off. And I'm just saying, we can't march forward in this game with 2 idols in it. That could, or even 1 idol. Like, if they have 1 idol, then we go back to 3v3 after the next tribal council. I know I'm thinking far ahead, but this is an all-star season. It's probably time to roll up our sleeves, take the gloves off and start throwing punches. I know there are at least a few people sitting here at home going, oh, what is this guy doing? He's an idiot. I probably am. I probably am an idiot for trying to flush 2 idols. However, I know that if I want to win this game, I need to pull something out of my ass that is extraordinary. Because there are a lot of good players here at the moment. I can't do this alone though. I need my allies to be on their best game. And if we can do it, then we have pulled off one of the greatest moves I feel like in Survivor history. If we can't do it, then there is 1 idol in the game still, but hopefully Nick is still going home. I feel like this is a chance to take a risk, because I feel like if the risk doesn't work, there's not a huge consequence. Look guys, this is huge. If we can do it, if you want to do it, I need you guys to work with me. This is not an individual effort. What do you guys say? I'm down. Yep, let's do it. Me and Jim have done a lot in this game together. We've worked together for a long time. We've made big moves. I helped with Jim with his fake idol. He helped me to take out Kelly, and we lost an ally in David at last tribal. So, I'm all for doing this move that he wants to do, especially when he said that this is not an individual effort. If we succeed, this is a, you know, this entire thing of trying to flush 2 idols is a group effort. We all take credit for it. So, I can't wait to do this. If it fails, I don't think I'll be targeted. I think it will be someone like Jim, or maybe even Madison, who gets targeted. And so there's not a lot of risk for me involved with it. However, it could mean the total destruction of our alliance. Hey girl. Hey Jessica. Look, I'm sorry for flipping on you guys at last tribal. I had a feeling it was for me it just sounded like the best move. Plus, he was a big social threat player who had changed his game so much from season 1. I know because I was there in season 1, and I had a feeling that was a big jury rip for him. Oh yeah, I can kind of see that. Anyway, I've come to talk to you about tonight's tribal. My side planned to vote for Rob, and I have a feeling you should do it, because 1, I still want to work with you, and I have a feeling that me and you could take this thing to final 2 if you are to flip with me tonight. And 2, Rob's just a physical threat. You know, he's just too much of a physical threat to keep around now. We get into the final point that we're at final 8 now, and if we wake up tomorrow and there's still 3 physical threats here, that's dangerous. Huh, I see. Me and Madison had a relationship early on in this game, and I want to bring that up because I really like her because she's smart, and I feel like me and her could work together because, well, I'm physical, I'm smart, she's smart. I'm not going to say as physical as me, it doesn't matter. We're both smart and capable ladies that can work well together and can potentially take this thing deep into this game and deeper in this game, because we're already pretty deep. Hopefully tonight she works with me and takes out Rob, who I want to take out for being a physical threat. And if she does, then great. But if she doesn't, I have a feeling she'll be missing out on an opportunity. So what do you think? Look, I like the idea. I'll think about it. Alright, cool. Unfortunately tonight, for Jessica, I can't flip, because Jim is just going to play his idol for Rob. So I've got to follow through with this plan. Now the plan only really works if both of them, you know, play their idols when they don't need to. Now if only one of them do it, I'm pretty sure, or either none of them do it, I'm pretty sure Nick still goes home because Jim is still going to play the idol for Rob. I think the plan is Jim plays his idol for Rob, which sparks paranoia in Josh and Jessica, so they play their idols incorrectly when they're not even being voted for, which I think is going to be hard to pull off, especially when you remember that Josh doesn't give a crap about going to tribal, even if he's on the bottom, and Jessica is basically got a stone defense up in her mind that it's going to be hard to penetrate. Oh, by the way, who are you voting for? Not who are you voting for, but who is your side voting for? We are voting for... We're voting for Josh tonight. Oh, really? Yes. I'm certainly worried that Madison might not flip. And so, she did tell me that that side is voting for Josh. So, if she doesn't flip and the votes are still 4-4, then all we need to do is get Josh to play his idol, and then he discards all 4 votes, and then all of a sudden, Rob goes home anyway. It's a perfect plan. Keeps things simple. However, I don't know if we will need to, because Madison did tell us that. Tell me that Josh was getting targeted. So I don't know why she would drop that secret. Maybe she just fumbled. Who knows? You really can't predict anything in this game. Hey Josh. Hey Jessica. I've heard from Madison that you are the one that they are targeting tonight. Huh. Well, do I play my idol? Well, that's what I'm thinking, but I have a feeling that since she told me that they were voting for you, I have a feeling that she's probably not going to do it, because otherwise why would she tell me that? It's a good point, but I certainly don't want to risk it. Yeah, but aren't you scared of playing your idol incorrectly? Well, of course I am, but I really don't care. I mean, I just want to be safe. I want to get me here tomorrow. If I'm being targeted, there's all reasons that I could go home. I don't want to go home with an idol in my pocket. I'd rather misplay it than go home with an idol in my pocket. Huh. Interesting. Normally I'm either in control or something happened and one of my so-called allies is gone. But tonight I'm very confused of what's going on. So, do I play my idol to keep myself around? That's the question. Look, I just want to stay here, because if I stay here and get through tonight's vote, then it means I can create more chaos. They might rehide the idol, then I can go look for it again 3 times in the season. How cool would that be? No guarantee though. These things can be quite elusive. But yeah, tonight it's confusing, so it is the utmost importance to me that I stay safe. So I've told Jessica that we are voting for Josh because she wanted me to flip and take out Rob. So Josh might know about the fact that we're voting, that we pretend to voting for him, I should say. So he might play his idol. Alright, good. That's 1 down. Look, if Jessica doesn't play her idol and Rob and Josh does, that's really all we need, because Josh's idol was flushed, we play the idol for Rob, and Nick goes home. Look guys, I can't be the only person to think that, what if they figure out that we are voting for Nick actually? I mean, Jessica also has an idol. Jessica might play her idol for Nick. Oh. Well, looks like we have a different problem on our hands. See, this is why I can't do this move alone. I'm going to attempt to flush Jessica's idol. Madison has already helped in trying to flush Josh's idol, which is great. Lexi is concerned that Jessica might find out about Nick being the target. So there's a lot of pieces here. This vote is far from safe, because if Jessica does find out about it, then she'll just play her idol for Nick because she's not like Josh, and then Nick is safe, Rob is safe, Josh potentially flashes his idol, and boom, no votes for anybody. It is very confusing tonight. What do I do? I just gotta find a way to put these puzzle pieces together in a better way. So what do you think we should do? I think the smartest thing I need to do is we could just slightly alter the plan. What do you mean? What do we alter it to? Tonight is going to be very confusing. If Jessica finds out about the fact that we might be voting for Nick, that could potentially blow up our game. That's not good for us. So, it's difficult. However, I'm very confident that we can do this. Me, Madison, Jim, Rob, we're smart people. We can make this happen. I very much want to do this. I very much want to flush 2 idols, take out Nick or something, and blow this game wide apart. but there is a lot of pieces that need to be placed together. Hey, Jessica. Yes, Jim? Can I talk to you? Sure. Okay. Tonight's vote is going to get crazy. I presume that Madison has told you that we are voting for Josh? Yes? Well, we're not. What? Why are you telling me that? We want him to flush... We want to flush his idol. Because, look, do you trust Josh? No, not at all. I'm working for him, but I don't trust him. So you don't mind if his idol is flushed? No, absolutely not. Why are you telling me this? Well, he's not the vote. I'm playing my idol. You have an idol? Yes, I'm playing my idol for Rob, and Nick is going to be going home. Now, I ask you to play your idol for Nick tonight, so Nick is now safe. And then we work together to take out Georgia. What am I hearing? I'm all ears. I'm really excited at the moment because this could potentially blow the game up big time. And I can't tell if this is Jim's actual plan or if this is damage control from his original plan, because at the moment what I thought is happening is not happening and everything seems confusing now. But Jim seems to want me to help him to take out Georgia, and I'm very interested in this. My original plan of flushing both idols might not work tonight. So, what have I done? I've kind of gone behind the backs of my allies, which could damage me. However, I don't want my plan to fail, and I know it will at its current point in time. Jessica won't. I just don't see in the world where Jessica willingly throws her idol away on herself. I can't come up with a good enough reason to get her to do that. So I can only get her to play it correctly for Nick. Do I want to take out Georgia? Yes, but I could also have an opportunity to take out anybody. Can't take out Josh, can't take out Rob, won't take out my allies. So that leaves me either taking out Georgia or Jessica herself, both of which are big threats to me moving forward. So tonight, if things go according to plan, which high chance they might, high chance they will, hopefully tonight one of the big threats goes. Welcome, Mogo, to another tribal council. So Madison, how does it feel to have the necklace? It's a great feeling, Jeff. I think it's a bit of relief from the, well, the big brawny men and the strong lady over here, which is Jessica, winning challenges. And so someone nerdy like me winning is a good feeling. So Georgia, in a season like All Stars, what are you expecting at tonight's tribal? Well, we've seen throughout this season chaos, and I presume that we'll see this exact same thing tonight. Honestly, I think a lot of people are confused. I'm thinking it should be pretty simple tonight. There is some obvious big threats here. I for one fall into that category. However, I do believe I'm still a shield to some people here. So, Jim, do you think that's Georgia kind of pleading for her life in the game? I don't know why. I don't think she's a target at the moment, and I'll say that honestly. However, yes, I do think it's a plead for her life in this game, and some people will buy it because that's what she's good at. So Jessica, how do you feel coming into Tribal, knowing that it could be chaotic? I'm not really surprised that it would be chaotic. I'm worried, obviously. Everyone wants to know where everybody is voting, but you just can't in this game. So you just got to vote and hope at some point. Is that one of those moments? Tonight, I'm not sure, we'll see. Well, with that, it is time to vote. Josh, you'll start us off. Chaos doesn't even begin to remotely describe how this tribal council feels for me at the moment. I just don't know what's going on. Rob, you're such a great guy. That's exactly the reason why I'm voting you out tonight. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Yeah, Jeff, I actually have something. I'll be playing this for Rob tonight. Actually, Jeff, while we're on the topic, this might be a mistake, but I really just want to see tomorrow. I'll be playing this for me tonight. Jeff, I'll be playing this for Nick tonight. The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, any votes cast for that person will no longer count. I can confirm that these three are in fact a hidden immunity idol, and any votes cast for Rob, Josh or Nick will no longer count. I'll read the votes. First vote, Rob does not count. Second vote, Rob does not count. That's 2 votes Rob. Third vote, Rob. That's 3 votes Rob. Fourth vote, Rob. That's 4 votes Rob. None of them count. Fifth vote, Nick. That's 1 vote Nick. Sixth vote, Nick does not count. That's 4 votes Rob, 2 votes Nick. None of them count. 2 votes left. Seventh vote, Nick. That's 3 votes Nick. None of them count. 1 vote left. The final vote. And the 11th person voted out and the 4th member of the jury. Georgia. There is actually no way. What the hell? Ooh, that was a big move. Georgia, that's 1. That's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Georgia, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, you knew that tonight's tribal was going to be chaotic. It certainly has left some bombshells. Grab your torches, about to camp. Good night. Isn't it somehow fitting that the best player to have played this game went out in the most chaotic and emphatic style?
I don't even know what to talk about. I've never done one of these before. But you got to admit, that was a very complex move. I won't say it was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was so surprising. It was very confusing. I'm pretty sure the people who orchestrated that at one point panicked because, quite frankly, that was very confusing and the result was incredible.
But hey, I will always be remembered, at least in my eyes, as the queen of this game, this version. There are other queens out there that I've seen and enjoyed to watch. So hopefully you enjoyed watching me.